Hello everyone, this is Gregor. Welcome to the stream. Tonight, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know what I should probably stream, so thought like the only thing I had set up was like the GameCube controller, the GameCube emulator. So it was either this or I don't know, Crystal Chronicles, or maybe like Mario Sunshine, but I wasn't really feeling up for that. Plus, I kind of like I kind of realized that I do not remember nearly as much as I wanted to about Metroid Prime 2 as I did for the first one. So this might also be a bit more of a fun run than one was, because I don't remember a lot of things. Also, my camera is a bit out of alignment. Why? Okay, this is a bit better. But yeah, 2 kind of came out like I want to say a couple of years after 1. It was a lot more refined than the first one. It's also kind of the rare Metroid game that's an actual sequel, in that it takes place a bit after Metroid Prime 1. I think it's supposed to be like a few months after 1. Because remember how at the end of the first one we kind of had this fuzz zone suit that got stripped away from us? I didn't actually do the 100% ending on the stream, where it's kind of revealed that something survived after our fight with Metroid Prime. But that something kind of appears here later. Also, oh, hold on, this isn't right. This isn't right at all. Hold on. I think I may be having a few issues with emulating this. Okay. So I remember one thing with this. One thing with this game specifically, it's that it specifically requires that you have a 60 hertz TV in order to run it. So I'm kind of thinking that might be why it's acting up. Kind of assuming there's some option to be enabled somewhere around here. Okay. Yeah, but I'm not actually sure how to enable that, to be honest. VSync maybe? Now I remember on the on like it has this little sticker here that says like PAL only, kind of like, I don't know if you can't really see it. Let me. It says it says like PAL 60 hertz only. So I am kind of assuming that that's something that I need to turn on somewhere. Engine statistics, speed limit. Panic handlers, hide mod cursor, nope. This is like a bit odd, isn't it? Huh. Okay, let's try it like this. I'm not seeing an actual setting to just turn on 60 60 hertz mode. There was not in this game, but in other games you could actually force it while launching the game. So I'm just gonna like try and go into the game immediately. It kind of seems smoother now, so maybe that's a good thing here. Hopefully. It's kind of a shame though that I can't actually skip. I mean, we've already seen this. But yeah, the game kind of starts with you going after a Federation task force called Team Bravo or something like that. So apparently the Federation has sent this Bravo team to planet Ether, and you are sent to retrieve them. It seems a bit better now, actually, but let's see how it goes. Hey, Posh Hamster, welcome. How's it going? How are we doing tonight? I don't actually think it's 100% correct yet. Nope. It's kind of weird. Huh. It's like we're not getting all the textures loaded for whatever reason. Yeah. We've got issues. Let me try and like okay, reloading shaders. Oh, okay, this is like a lot better now. Hey, came over to have a bedtime story. Yay. So how are we doing tonight? How's it going? Hope everyone is keeping safe, I guess. Mondayish, yeah. Mondayish here as well. We just had like the weirdest day at work. Because by the end of it... Wait. Oh, there we go. What? Why is everything dying like that? That's kind of weird. It's going a bit better here. So you had like a very weird day at work today, because by the end of it, we had more or less 50% of the stuff being sent home. A lot of them until the end of the month, some of them indefinitely. And yeah, that was a bit strange, to say the least. Also, I kind of suspect that some of the slowdowns are due to my RAM being a bit less. Since, you know, I actually had one of my 2 RAM chips a bit burned out. So, yeah, I mean, it's mostly like precautionary, if nothing else. It's not like anyone had symptoms or anything. I, unfortunately, am not one of the lucky few that gets mandatory paid leave. Although I will be off work for tomorrow, so I've got a bit of leeway with, getting this to work. So hopefully I will. See, object scan complete. Statue's motivator unit is functional but requires power to operate. The power beam can't energize the statue. Seek an alternate energy source. So like, Starship, Hunter-class gunship. Vessel registered to Samus Aran. Your ship has been damaged. Auto repair function initiated. You can return to your ship to recharge energy, reload weapons, and save progress in the game. And what about this one? Large quantities of acidic fluid. Ew, gross. So yeah, I remember preciously little about Prime 2 for whatever reason. Although the slowdowns are kind of starting to get on my nerves. Unable to interface with door control system. Cannot translate alien text. To access door controls, you will need to update your translator files. So yeah. So I do remember this initial bit. It actually loops back on itself later on, so it's not particularly, interesting, I guess. Terminated bioform scan complete. Codex genome match splinter. Source of termination, inhalation of industrial grade pesticide. Toxic elements still present in local atmosphere. So yeah, we kind of inexplicably begin this game as well without any of our upgrades, which is kind of a pain. New research entry. Mechanism MK76. Well, Mark 6 gate. Armored defense system. This gate is used with armor security locks. The locks must be neutralized by the gate to operate. The gate is durable, resistant to all but the most potent explosives. But yeah, I'm just like going to speed things up a little here. I'm not going to read every little bit out loud, just the important ones. That is to say, like the lore entries, more or less. Also, who the hell builds a door that needs its locks to be destroyed until before it opens? This doesn't make sense. Port gate, blah 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 blah. It will move when a nearby panel is scanned. Oh, hidden. Aha. And here we see the concept art for the game. Let's see. Ventilation system conversion complete. Dispensing of pesticide has commenced. Pesticide is proving effective. Hostile forces decreasing in number, though still in critical levels. Security gate report. All gates remain intact. Several gates have taken considerable damage from hostile forces. Repeated assaults may lead to a gate breach in chambers A and C. Communication systems offline. So this is what got us here in the first place. Analysis indicates wiring damage in 3 crucial areas. Local hostiles are likely source of damage. Unable to repair system. It's like a map station, like the first one. Like, it's kind of surprising how many assets they've reused from like the first Metroid Prime. And it's also very surprising that they didn't just keep the reused asset, but they made like an equal amount of new ones. Casualty report Sector 1. 3 troopers lost. They were unable to open Gate A1 when a gas trap was engaged and could not escape to safety. Lock malfunction is to blame. Like get a map. Or like getting a bunch of new animations, which is kind of cool. But then all the overlays and the controls are kind of the same, which was like a much more okay thing to do back then. So T, I believe, is the doors that you need a translator in order to open. So I'm not going to have access to it yet. I think we're like going around here, and then eventually we're going to circle back into the little crevice that the ship has parked in. Oh no! What the hell? Like I'm in an Aliens movie. New creatures entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Worker Splinter, drone of the Splinter Hive. Low threat target. Generates webbing for use in its duties. Yeah. Poor soldiers. Trooper was in all likelihood killed by friendly fire. Eck. Awkward. Scans indicate that this trooper died of cardiac arrest. State of extreme fear. Oof. I forgot how much more grim Prime 2 was in comparison to 1. Excessive blunt trauma to numerous critical points. Jesus. Scans indicate there were at least 30 individual attackers involved in this trooper's demise. Good grief. Okay, this game was also a lot more Aliens-ish than I remember. Oh. A new lore entry, Galactic Federation Marine Corps. Personal log entry, GSGT C. Bennett. Data transfer to your logbook for further review. These are kind of interesting to read, actually. There's like 2 task forces, and I think it's like a total of 20 Marines overall, and you just like find them scattered all around the levels. There's something wrong with the log system in this section. They failed twice, locking us out until someone came along to let us in. If it happens again while we're playing bait for those things, well, at least we'll go out fighting instead of hiding in the control area. Like I said, it's kind of like a grim game overall. Galactic Federation Marine Corps. Personal log entry SPCB Reeves. I don't like this plan. This hive is a small portion of a larger network. There may be dozens of hive systems like this across the planet, and they may all be linked. Destroying this one may buy us time, but it may also provoke the other hives into attacking. Okay, so we need to scan this. Just so... sure there were supposed to be power-ups, like small energy modules or like missile modules coming out of those, like whatever the game used to call those in one. I don't really remember. So let's see. Engineering status log. D-Senge. Senge? Reporting. I've installed one of the ship's reserve power cells here. It's holding so far, but too much activity could knock it offline. I hope we don't come to that. So having the benefit of being a sequel to a very well received and well known game, this one also has the nice little added bonus that it picks up action and steam a lot sooner than one did. Dark Trooper. Deceased Galactic Federation soldier. Bioscans indicate terminated life signs in this trooper and the presence of an unknown biomass. So yeah, basically space zombies. This was back in the day where zombies wasn't like a particularly overused subject. Come on. Yep. Door system access denied. Uh-oh. Gotta say though, the music still stresses the hell out of me, like in the first one, especially what used to be the space pirate theme, or the ancient Chozo ghosts one. Unfortunately, in the first one, it kind of got on my nerves eventually because you had to backtrack a lot to find all the things, so you had to fight the same fights over and over and over again. And who might that be? Ah! Surprise! Kind of looks like us, doesn't it? So, I remember when I streamed the first one, I just like lower this a bit. When I streamed the first one, if I had gone for 100% completion, we would have had a bonus scene at the ending. I know I kind of wanted to do that on stream so that people could like see that as well, but at the end of the day, it would probably have boiled down to 3 hours of me going through a checklist of all the areas to see what I missed. And that wouldn't have been much fun for anyone, because, you know, just like going through the points on the checklist one by one. So you can probably check it out on YouTube if you really want to see what happens, but in essence, the only difference between the 95% ending that I did and getting all the items is just at the end you see this by the way was Dark Samus. It's kind of revealed later on, a bit later on in the game, that she's kind of the leftovers of the Phazon suit from the first game that have kind of mutated. This is also kind of the same thing that they did in Metroid Fusion, actually, but apparently they liked that whole concept enough that they reused it in here as well. So it's the leftovers of the Phazon suit, and it's kind of been given sentience, but not quite. And at the end of Metroid Prime 1, you can kind of see Dark Samus's hand like jump out of the Metroid Prime's corpse. And that's about it, really. Uh-oh. Danger, danger. So, if I remember correctly, these are called the Ing or something like that. And basically what happens is the game is kind of split into two dimensions, the light world and the dark world, which is kind of why the box art looks like this. Apparently they had like a thing going with duality at the time, because also in Mario Sunshine they had the same thing with Ink Mario and regular Mario, and then there's like a bunch of other stuff. Wait, gear stolen by unknown creatures. Yep. So basically, like, again, lost everything in the tutorial. At this time, we didn't lose it to an explosion. No, this time it was stolen, which is totally different. But yeah, we lost our bombs, we lost our missiles, we lost the ability to double jump, we lost the... Oh, never mind, we didn't lose the morph ball, thankfully. But yeah, the whole idea is that most of the areas in the game are kind of split into two versions, the light version and the dark version. And you're kind of supposed to... Hold on. Yeah, we don't have morph ball... power bombs anymore, do we? Object analysis complete. Tunnel is complete. Tunnel cap is composed of telluric alloy. Combat damage has destabilized the cap considerably. At least in this one, we are still allowed to keep the charge beam, and it's going to become kind of obvious why, because we get a lot more in the way of weapons and combinations in this game than we did in the original Prime. Uh-oh. Yep. There's like more. No! I think this is like a save room, right? Yep. Okay. But yeah, it starts out very basic, the puzzles and stuff that you need to solve, but by the end of it, you kind of have to phase throughout both worlds in order to solve puzzles and progress throughout the levels. It's kind of nice too. I also remember that a lot of the secrets and a lot of the shortcuts and kind of, you know, the exploration was a bit more nuanced than the first one. You had to do slightly more interesting things to get around. Although one of the things that they did keep is the elevators. Yes, the loading screen elevators. Those are just as many as the first one. Hey, woohoo, right? See, T is the translation doors. I think translated text, something like that. It's also kind of nice that the game does kind of like show them to you, so that you know when you need to backtrack to, you know, find stuff. And here's the first major puzzle. So as far as I remember, yeah, the scan visor is useful for getting information. No kidding. Let's see. Mark II bridge, portable bridge system. The bridge is durable but often locks in place, leading the Marines to call for a new design. Aha. Like so. I think it's kind of like the first puzzle of the game, kind of. But yeah, that's about it for the story, so to speak. Kind of come to this planet to save the task force, like Bravo team, I guess. It ends up not mattering. And then hijinks. Morphology: green crally, omnivorous hunter carnivore gatherer. Simple-minded creature patrols turf in search of nourishment. Low threat index. Avoid physical contact. Thanks. Splinter. Splinters are aggressive and dangerous in numbers. Their light armor is no match for your weapons. However, good to know. Thanks, game. So these are the light world cousins of those weird black thingies that we saw in the portal. Yeah, it's like they go very all in, I guess, with the whole like duality thing, because you end up getting like a light beam and a dark beam, and yeah, that's kind of gonna be the general theme of Metroid Prime 2. Which, I mean, nowadays isn't that impressive. But at the time... Well, actually, no. Even at the time, it was a bit overplayed. I think probably the first game that made good use of this trope was probably Link to the Past. Let's see. Galactic Federation Marine Corps. Personal log entry. PFC M. Veroni. Aha. I think Hell is losing it. He talks to himself all the time and won't sleep. He almost shot me on watch the other night. I think he thought I was one of those things. I talked to the dog about taking him off the line, and he told me we need all the help we can get. That's true, but if he goes berserk and kills a bunch of us, then that won't be very helpful. Eh? Guess it ended up not mattering. And another thing that this game kind of ramped up was the music. Also, remember that crate? We kind of started it. Let's see. Kind of need to scan the crate. Also, this is the first kind of like hive. Oh, that's weird. Was the game trying to load or something? I think it's probably because of my RAM. That kind of sucks. Hey, Cloud, thank you for the host. How are we doing tonight? How's it going? It's like a small shout out there. Should go follow Cloud. Great streamer. One that I am ashamed to say I haven't been watching much of lately. You know, with all the things that have been going on, it's kind of been a bit of a pain to, you know, follow people a bit more diligently, I guess. I'm doing well as well as well as can be in these times. Let's say dark times, but oh, kind of like got a bit too dramatic there. What have we been playing recently? I assume I don't want to, like, Monster Hunter, I want to say. I might have seen you playing some Iceborne at some point recently, but I'm not exactly sure when that was. Also, check it out. This is one of the first games that I had ever played where it kind of has a weather system. Although, in this case, it's not quite a system. It's more like a, you know, small, tiny changes, which is more or less what the GameCube could handle at the time. Oh, beat God of War last week. Nice. I've actually been meaning to pick that one up. Like, people have been saying it's amazing, and I kind of want to at least see where all the Kratos memes come from. Hey, G Scorpion, man away also. Hi, how are we doing tonight, everyone? How's it going? So, hey, blah blah blah. Cannot be destroyed. Connect to main system. Failed. Boom. Aha. Puzzles. So I kind of also did want to explore a bit around. We definitely can't access the door here because we need the translator files, but I think there might also be something through here, or not? Oh, I guess not. Oh, haven't had your medicine over a week. Oof. I hope you're keeping well. Like, regardless, and I hope you get them soon. You like the Metroid Prime games? I like them as well, although I will say that the second one I haven't played much of. In that, actually, the second one I got just a few months before finally being done with the GameCube, so I only finished it like once, and even so, I didn't really bother with all the collectibles and stuff. Block contains densium. The local creatures have weakened it along with time and erosion. Okay. So, yeah. I do not remember nearly as much about the second one as I did about the first one. Uh-oh. And yep. But one thing you might notice is that the second Metroid Prime kind of picks up a lot faster than the first one, and also that it's a bit better paced. Like the first one had this weird fondness of getting you into combat situations like from the get-go. This one has a lot more cannon fodder enemies. You know, to ease you into the whole thing. Comm system activated. Initiating automated distress signal. Adjusting transmitter for optimum performance. And yeah, I hope everyone's keeping safe currently with all that's been going on. It's kind of a mess overall. Wait, why am I on this side now? What? Is it because I scanned this? Get it back. No worries, Cloud. So we also had this weird thing. I was saying in chat earlier, where we went in at work today, and by like noon, half of us got sent home. Unfortunately, I wasn't in that half, but you know, I'm not a high-risk group, so yay. We'll be making our stand here. The engineer tells me there's no way we'll get the ship engines online, and atmospheric interference is scrambling our distress beacon. If anyone reads this, know that we did our duty and fought well. But yeah, we've got like some people with asthma, and like a few of the older employees also got sent home. It was so weird. I've never actually seen my place of work be this empty. And I don't mind saying it kind of freaked me out a bit. Thankfully, I kind of had to take a day off tomorrow, so I kind of feel like it's gonna give me some time to adjust a bit. Oh, shit. But yeah, just, you know, keep safe. Try not overdo it. Confine yourselves, I guess. Which I think is probably the most important thing. Because we've actually heard a lot of horror stories around here about people that were too stubborn to keep indoors. Like they were like, I don't give a fuck about everyone else, I'm just like going out. Which is so very annoying. This is ridiculous. I cannot shoot half the men here and I'm stuck on monitor duty. I didn't join up to stare at the whole screen. This wouldn't happen to Samus Aran. She'd be out there taking care of business, not pushing buttons and sending reports. Well, actually pushing might be a bit of a stretch, but I am scanning buttons, so I don't know if I'm actually, you know, disappointing this guy. Eek. I'm kind of wondering, they're like, nah, I don't think so. It's kind of, so there might be something in there. Starship GFS Tier, a Nur-class patrol ship used to transport Galactic Federation Marines. Vessels has sustained heavy combat damage. Getting like Force 1. Captain A. Exeter. See. I'm beginning to think it was a real bad idea going down there. Reeves is right. That hive is just one of many. It's too big to steer a hornet's nest, especially if you plan on sleeping under it. What kind of saying is that? Uh-oh. But yeah, Prime 2 is a lot more grim than the first one. Like, especially with the marine deaths and all that. Now we get to see what they saw. Yay. Date cycle 07014.2. While on patrol in the Dasha system, we engaged an unknown space pirate frigate. The enemy frigate was crippled and it crashed on the planet Ether. We followed the pirates, but our ship was damaged by a storm as we entered Ether's atmosphere. This was like so good back in the day. Heavy magnetic activity during the storm disabled our comms system. Upon landing, we split into 2 units, one to set up an ops base, the other blah 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 blah. I couldn't read that fast. Each unit was doing fine, no problems, until they appeared. So yeah, this was so cool back in the day, getting all of these like full motion videos. That had actually been more or less done with the in-game engine. I think they probably did them in like a higher frame rate and then recorded that and saved it so that it could be like compressed. Because see how many entities there are on screen at the moment. This is not something the actual engine would handle while running the game, so they had to kind of cheat by pre-rendering it and recording it as a video. So yeah, because normally in the game you don't see that many ink at the same time, or that many anything at the same time actually. And that's how the Marines died. All of them actually. Well, most of them, really. I don't remember if it's in this one that you end up finding some survivors, or it's like the third one, which I actually haven't played, but I've watched a few, videos of. I'm highly unlikely to play the third one unless they ever decide to make a re-release on Switch. Because to be honest, I hate the motion controls on the Wii, and even for Metroid Prime 3 I wouldn't put myself through that. The Sarge says those splinters remind him of some killer bug he saw on another planet once. All I know is the things are fast and take a lot to drop. Pretty soon we'll have to go to bayonets. Everyone's low on ammo, even Broad, and he's the stingiest grunt I know. But yeah, I would love to say that I did the entire trilogy on stream, but honestly, I don't like the motion controls at all, especially the whole thing that you need to do to open doors, where you have to simulate the lever pulling actions with the nunchuck. That's so annoying. Broda lost the bet, so he switched watch duty with me. I figured this section is nice and safe and boring, which suits me just fine. Let those other pugs? Okay. Guard the hot zone. Hold on. Hey! Hold! No! Help! Whoops. See what G. Haley has to say. I hear them everywhere. They're coming. Can't sleep ever. They lead me. Eat. See, Cranny. Last night at Chow, Angseth starts talking about some bounty hunter and how she blew up a planet full of space pirates. That's us! I told her I didn't believe in fairy tales like that, and she took it personal. I just find it hard to believe that one person took out an entire space pirate base, that's all. But if she wants to believe in the Samus or Bigfoot or Santa Claus, she can. Huh. I kind of always figured that Samus Aran was supposed to be kind of like a given thing in the Galactic Federation. Lieutenant Corporal J. Broad. Man, I hope that is the only breeding ground for these things. If there's more, we're in big trouble. We had enough time taking out one of the commission. I almost ran out of ammo. I never run out of ammo. Yeah, that's the other guy mentions that like, this guy's supposed to be like very stingy with his bullets. But yeah, this is also kind of a thing that the first Metroid was missing. Because you know you get a bunch of cool exposition here that just having the space pirate logs from the first one didn't really work that well. I mean, it was fine, but it wasn't as interesting. Just like reading diary entries wasn't as interesting as getting their personal logs here. So what I'm actually doing here is, if you've noticed, it gives me a name list of all of the Marines. That kind of is supposed to work like a checklist of how many of them we've already found. Which is kind of cool, I guess. Even though there isn't any actual way to reference this list from the what's it called, the codex. Mostly because it's not a lore entry. But it's also kind of fun to get these little touches, like small details, kind of flesh out the whole thing. Well, mostly flesh out the whole thing. And you see that there's like a lot more stuff to scan in Prime 2, especially all the I guess you'd call them the fluff, maybe. Kinetic orb cannon, yes. Get like shot through the air. I get to play cannonball here. Oh, yep, no. This way. So this only unlocks by missiles. And I think the yellow ones are the ones that only unlock with like a combination missile thing. Nope, blast shield. Oh, never mind. We need missiles and then we need the light beam, I think. It's like purple for the dark beam and yellow for the light beam or something like that. Although, where the hell am I supposed to be going to? Let's see, down there? No, because there's like a translator thing. Then it's probably gonna be in storage cavern A. Which I am not quite sure how we access unless we kind of go that way again. Huh. Hey! Yep, missiles. Missile launcher acquired. Oh, I forgot to scan it. Damn it. Uh-oh. What's this? These are the ink! No, dark splinters. No, it's not the ink. Sorry. Ink are the other ones, like the larger ones, right? Morphology dark splinter. Darkling possessing insectoid predator. The alien symbiote within the splinter augments its strength and durability. Threat level raised. Yeah, you'll note that these ones are a lot more sturdy than the regular inks. Splinters, sorry. Why do I keep calling them inks? Maybe it's kind of like a it's like a translation thing. Because I'm not sure if I'm playing the PAL or the NTSC version, to be honest. So, who knows? Okay. Okay. So I do kind of want to remove this one as well, just so that I know. Oh, never mind. I was right the first time around. This one needs a combination. Oh no, no, don't fall down. This one needs like a combination beam to unlock. I think it's like the power beam combo with no, not power beam. The missile combo with the light beam or something like that. Personal log entry PFCE Dennis. I'm the only one left. Managed to get out of the hive, but when I go to the ship, everyone was gone. Dead. I'm heading for that alien building we saw earlier. Maybe someone can help me there. Wait. Something's moving down there. Hello? What the hell kind of trained professional says hello? Seriously. What the hell kind of trained soldier says hello in, like, to potential danger? Eek. War Wasp. You might remember their cousins from the first game. They kind of like got a redesign here. Okay, it's like another scanning thing around here, maybe. Oh, there we go. Tap, up, up, up. Okay, blow that one up as well. There's probably like a third one up there somewhere, but can't really see it yet. Hahaha. Boo. So it's kind of nice that the game picks up so much faster than the first one. Let's see. Sound exclusive damage causes it to weaken. Ooh. No? Okay, not yet. Here then. I think I may have done something wrong. A heavy impact may cause it to shatter. Yeah, I did pick up missiles, but you only have like 5. You only have like a capacity of 5, so it's not that many to begin with. Oh, there's another one. Hold on, I need to scan this. Heavy impact. Oh, no, you know what? I don't actually need to blow it up. I think what I need to do is activate that thing so I get shot into it as a in morph ball mode. But now the challenge kind of becomes to figure out where the control for this is. Because I definitely can't jump up that high. Maybe I'm meant to go someplace else first. P. Yeah. Because this is way too high for me. I think it might be up there somewhere. Although... Oh hey, this respawn. That's nice. Can get more missiles this way. It doesn't seem like I can go back. So, guess we need to solve that room to, you know. Yeah, I'm doing something wrong here. Although I'm not actually... Oh! I'm blind! Come on! Whoops. So yeah, now we get shot in there. Boom. I'm so blind. Wow. No one saw that. Wait, there's more of them? Ah! Screw you. Jerks. That's like one place to go. I think we might need the double jump in order to reach. I think that's a portal to the dark world there. I think we need the double jump to get to there, so probably not yet. Let's see, elevator system online. Yep. Or elevators. Woo. Area resource scan complete. Local save beacon is active. Really? Target has been dead for 8.1 cycles. Despite the presence of local animals, target corpse has not been disturbed. Scans suggest the presence of a toxic biochemical within the target. This may explain the lack of scarion feeding. Okay, save station located. Fine. I did not remember it being this hand holding, to be honest. Damn it. It's like the game's kind. Hey, maybe you want to save. No, really. Maybe you want to save. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Poke, poke. Go save the game. It's like, geez, okay, game. Damn it. There's totally a boss coming up. I wonder if this is where we get the double jump ability. Although, hold on, this isn't actually a boss yet. I don't think, at least. Oh, never mind, it is. Unable to scan object. Unknown energy field is scrambling the scan wave. Field is localized and holding at a steady level. Further investigation advised. Nope. There we go. Oh no, I'm trapped. With all the ing splinters. Why do they keep calling them ing? So annoying. Uh-oh. Yep. Yep, and here comes the mama. Let's see. Whoa. Alpha Splinter. Alpha male of a warpack. Gigantic predator. Very swift and strong. It uses ramming attacks to defeat its foes. Oops. Uh-oh. Yep. Dark Alpha Splinter. Alpha male of a Darkling Warpack. Gee, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Ah. Gloop, gloop, gloop. Unknown technology. I wonder if this is what gives us a translator ability. Or... System alert. Unknown item acquired. Alien technology has bonded to armor systems. Threat scan complete. No negative impact on suit performance. Okay. So it's not the translator thing. Let's see. So I guess we're meant to go through here. Unfortunately, one of the things they didn't really work very well through is that you more or less get the a similar, if not the same, structure as the first Metroid Prime. You get like a central hub area, and everything's connected around it, and you slowly get upgrades through it to unlock more paths and more areas. Do not be afraid. I am Umos, Sentinel of the Luminoth. Please listen and hear our world's peril. So yeah, it's kind of like a cool story. It kind of says that, like, as far as I remember, Ether is kind of split into two. Yeah. Long ago, a cosmic object fell to our planet, Ether, exploding with great force. A rift was torn in time and space, and a strange power flowed over the world. Gloop, 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 gloop. Where once there was one Ether, there were now two. One of light and one of shadow. Each existing in its own dimension. It was the end of peace on Ether, for a new race was born that day on the Dark World. One filled with hate and terrible power. They are the Ing. See, I remember the Ing. The Ing are creatures of shadow and darkness, knowing nothing of peace or mercy. For decades we stood against them, yet we now lie on the verge of defeat. When Dark Ether was born, our planetary energy was divided, half for our world and half for theirs. Should one world gain control of this energy, the other will perish. Before you arrived, the Ink had stolen a device from us, one that collects planetary energy. With it, they have weakened our planet to the verge of collapse. But fortune smiled upon us this day, for the energy transfer module is now bonded to you. With it, you can help us restore our world. You're our only hope, Samus. Should we fall, the Ing will look to the stars for new planets to ravage and conquer. Your species could be their next victims. The Ing have taken our energy to 3 temples on Dark Ether. Find these temples and transfer the energy from them to our own. I have updated your map system with the location of another temple. There is knowledge there that can help you on your way. I have also updated your translator module. You can now access devices and doors coded with violet holograms. Many lands are now open to you. Like 1 or 2, probably. Prepare well for your journey. The Ing now know you possess the energy transfer module. They will try to recover it at all costs. Return to me once you have restored the energy to a temple. I will aid you as I can. May the light of Ethers shine upon you. So I remember they keep saying that a whole bunch. It's kind of like funny, the way the animation plays out. So regional energy controller. Unit regulates planetary energy in this sector and is linked to a global energy network. See, morphology Luminoth, indigenous sentient species of planet Ether. Yep. So it kind of turns out in the game that the Ing from this game and the Chozo from all the previous ones, the people that kind of like raised Samus are very similar species. So yeah, that's kind of hello. That's kind of fun. A bit contrived, but fun nonetheless. It's like in this game's universe, all of the planet is littered with ancient races that possess knowledge of, I don't know, stuff. Very advanced, but yet strangely shamanistic races. Like the Chozo are like that as well. Which I think they also try the same thing that they did in the first one, where you kind of have to fight Luminoth ghosts or something like that. Or rather, not really Luminoth ghosts, but corrupted Luminoth in this game. Pathway to Agon. Or Agon, I guess. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Light Flyer. Light generating flyer. Target mechanoid is quite durable. It can fire bursts of energy in combat. It's quite durable, my ass. Like one charge beam, and it's out for the count. Please. Okay, let's see. What the hell is that sound? So I think this is like the first main world. Get more elevators. Yep. And then they get corrupted. I think it's like entirely possible to beat the energy thingy so that you kill them before it has anything left to corrupt. Okay, let's see, light map. Hey, a energy tank. Sorry, not power tank. Like more health. Maximum energy increased by 100. So yeah, we need the double jump to make it back to here. I'm also not very sure when you're supposed to get that missile upgrade. I think you kind of have to figure out a way to power those, because it's like a door behind and a portal, and you go back to the Dark Ether part in order to gain access to that bit up there. Let's see. Yep. There's like a translator door down there. Let's see. Nope. It's up there. Cut that. Oh, no. Never mind. There we go. Beyond this door, the path to the Agon Waste lies. Something, something. I skipped that. Oops. So, a Luminoth warrior. Keybearer Roar. Blah. Jepheme's Testament. Okay. Final entry. Warrior Jepheme. Jephame? I don't know. Their army swells. Beasts and rogue machines join the ranks of the Horde, all eager to bring death to the Luminoth. The Ing sent these new additions to the industrial side to do battle with me, while they watched from safety. Cowardly mongrels! My only regret in death is that I did not live to see the day of their defeat. May it come soon! I prefer this so much more than just, scanning static panels in the first one. Although I also fully accept that, generally audio logs or generally logs that you get off of corpses isn't the most interesting thing to read. But again, compared to the first one, it's a hell of a lot more interesting to read these. It's like another lore entry here. Our heritage. Our search for a home took us through the cosmos, like the Chozo. For many a great cycle we roamed, yet the place to call our own eluded us, like the Chozo. In time we began to despair, like the Chozo. Feeling the search was in vain, we considered remaining among the stars until a scout returned with news of a world unlike any other. When we beheld Ether for the first time, so great was her beauty that we forsook the stars forever to live upon her surface. From that day forth, the Luminoth were of Ether, our blessed paradise. So I actually seem to remember there's a collectible here, like a bit further in. But in this game you get the screw attack thing, but you can kind of continuously like traverse long vertical distances. Horizontal distances. So I think this is one of them later on in the game, like way later on in the game. Living storage units of the Luminoth. How convenient. How annoying that you can't actually log on to them though. This has always been a bit of a pain to me. I assume they did it so that in situations where there's like combat, you don't accidentally log on to a container instead of, a valid enemy. Bioscan complete. Target has been dead for 1.1 decacycles. Body has been badly damaged by sunstorms and heat exposure. Judging by the number of blast wounds, the target was dead long before the desert got to it. Eldumite. Photosynthetic flying insectoid, relatively harmless in shadows, powerful and invisible in the light. So it's kind of like one of the other cool things. Remember when I was saying at the start of the stream that they kind of had a weather system? Kind of. Well, that's not, 100% correct. They basically have a light/darkness cycle going on in most of the outdoors areas, and you can usually see by the sky which one you're getting. It doesn't actually affect a whole bunch, but there are a few enemies that become a bit more powerful if they're in the sunlight or if they're in the shadows, respectively, which is interesting, I have to admit. For the time, it was very unique. I think this came out in like 2005, I want to say. 2004, yeah. Okay, so I was a good 15 plus years ago. Back before we were kind of jaded to the whole thing. Like nowadays you get games that more or less simulate entire ecosystems. Oh. Now! Sundigger! For shame. Extremely well armored. Target exposed eyes to damage this creature. It's like a boss of this later on. It's such a pain to fight. Because it actually has two eyes, one on each end. I don't know how this thing is supposed to poop or whatever, but apparently it's got eyes on its ass. Or an eye on its ass. Something that I'm sure none of us needed to know. So you're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome? Yeah, I don't have good voice though, so or good enough for that. Oh, yeah. Bleh. So I actually killed them. Haha. So I think it's like a missile thing. Brimstone. Yep, there we go. Aha! Okay, unable to activate because we actually get this upgrade a bit later on. I think there's like 4 different color holograms, or maybe I don't know 5. But you kind of like get fed them gradually throughout the game. It's kind of like the gating mechanism, like the weapon specific doors are also that. So I remember this. As far as I remember, there's a specific weapon that you need to upgrade to access those. Kind of need to shoot these little things in order to activate it. For now, we can just like keep going, but yeah. I think you come back here to access one of the other areas later on. It's like a thing here as well. I think that thing kind of like unfolds somehow. But again, it's been ages since I played this, and unlike Metroid Prime 1, this one I hadn't played that many times. Because like the first one was, you know, kind of a novel thing, kind of had a wow factor to it. Something that unfortunately wasn't there anymore when Prime 2 came around. I mean, Prime 2 was a lot more refined, a lot more sleek, had a lot more interesting ideas overall. But the basic concept was kind of the same as the first one, and kind of like the luster had kind of worn off by that point, if that makes any sense. So I'm not actually sure if there's any stuff to get in the quicksand, or if I somehow manage to... Oh, there isn't. Really? Huh. I was almost sure there was going to be something here. But again, I'm kind of misremembering things or not remembering things. No. Okay, so there was something there on the other side. I think I might need the boost ball to make it through though. We'll see. Or not? Huh. Okay. Not even the bombs? Oh. That's cool. Blue Root 3. Oh man, security gate is locked in place. Gate is controlled by bomb slot device. Energize the bomb slot to up... yeah. Where's the bomb slot though? It's kind of supposed to be where, on the other side? Yeah. I think the bomb slot is somewhere over that side, and I think I need to open it from the other side and then just like make my way backwards through here. Oh well. Whee! Oh well. Later on. It's kind of this is kind of what sucks about these Metroidvania games is that at the start there's so much stuff that you can't access. You can see them, and the game's like, nope, not yet. Go back to your rails. You're not allowed to play this far into the game yet. It like slaps you on the wrist. Although again, unlike two, the first, unlike one, the second Metroid Prime kind of behaves a bit better in this regard. Like it doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't really railroad you as much, I guess. Well, it does, but not to the degree that one did. One had a very specific progression path overall. And it also kind of tried to make up for its smaller levels. Because like you'll notice that this one has a lot bigger and more expansive levels than the first one. But in the first one, because they were kind of like smallish, they made you go back and forth the three major areas a whole bunch. Like, oh no, space pirates! Curses! No! I hate this music. I hate this music so much. From like the first one, it was so annoying that every time you wanted to explore certain parts of the game, you had like the like, oh no, not this music again. I'm gonna have to fight these sturdy idiots that won't die. Curses! But like, if you remember in the first one, they did this thing where you kept constantly going back and forth the same areas, and like you got an upgrade in the first area, like you got an upgrade in the Talon overworld, and then you use that to go into the temple, and wait, the notes feel off. What notes? Oh, the pirate music. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's kind of supposed to do that, I guess. It's kind of meant to have this, sinister, malevolent kind of feel. Because the space pirates are supposed to be these amoral jerks that kind of like do experiments for profit's sake. Like in most of the Metroid games, the space pirates are kind of shown like trying to get the Metroids in order to sell them, like weaponize them or something. But it just, for me at least, it's not so much the harmonics of the music. It's more that how do I explain it? It's more that I've heard that music so many times when I was trying to get all of the items in the first one that I just like hate listening to it now. I mean, it was kind of a cool thing the first 10 or so times that you hear it, but because of the GameCube's memory limitations, whenever you went more than 2 rooms away from a room that you cleared, everything respawned. So like in all the Metroidvania games, right? Like Metroid, Castlevania, see, for example, more recently Bloodstained, the Shantae games, all of those. One of the basic, I guess, not mechanics, but one of the basic concepts of these games is that you are supposed, or at least encouraged, to backtrack a whole bunch to see what your new upgrades can unlock every time. So you get like secrets and upgrades and hidden side areas and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of a thing in this game. So if you get the whole respawning stuff and it's always the same music, when you're looking to get all of the collectibles, it at some point it becomes so annoying just through sheer repetition. Let's see, what's this? This is a statue of Dick, the child hero of Agon. Once a lowly acolyte squire, he became a warrior when the temple was attacked. All warriors but Dick were slain, leaving the boy a sole defender of the temple. He served Agon for nearly a centicycle before being lost in battle on Dark Aether. Aww. Poor kid. So yeah, hold on. There we go. Hey, yep. So, it's like a door that I didn't visit through this side though, like through here. But then also there's like one that I didn't get to there, I think. No, never mind. We did this one. So what do? We do like the one next to the tree down there, or the missile one here? We'll play like the missile. The missile one is the... Oh, what? Oh, that's interesting. Shriekbat. So yeah, these were also present in the first game, but somehow they decided, I guess, to change their like model a bit. So I don't know what the idea was behind that. Probably, just generally updating the look. This kind of feels like it should have an upgrade or something behind it, but no, it doesn't. So that's like one side. Oh no, these, I hate these. Although at least it's not like the stupid space pirate thing. Da, 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 da. I'm like, no. Okay, let's continue here then, since everything is... Oh, no, hold on. This is like a boss arena, isn't it? Kind of want to say yes. Agon Temple. Oh, I remember. We're supposed to come here on, like, the dark side. This requires the ice beam, I think, or the light beam, maybe. Light, the energy might damage it. And this requires the bombs. Telluric alloy, which would be the bombs. The gray, purple, I can't see the color clear enough. I think this, like, the other side needs the dark beam to unlock. But yeah, still we need bombs. I guess the only way is forward, through the totally inconspicuous and not at all boss arena shaped arena. Oh no, I didn't see this coming. Okay, maybe it's not like a boss arena. Oh shit. Oh, come on. Really? It's also kind of cool how they made sort of custom animations with the, like, transforming thing. Bomb Guardian, bomb dropping Darkling. Enemies utilizing your Morphball bomb unit. Although its armor is strong, its tail is exposed when moving. Its mouth can be hit when glowing. Hold on, I'm not reading that at the moment. I'm sorry. God damn it. You hold still. Hold still and let me kill you. There we go. Whoa. Because the Metroid games were remade. I mean, kind of depends on which ones you mean, because they've already remade a couple of them. What I would really like to see is at some point Nintendo deciding to do an anthology, like get all of the major Metroid games on Switch, like how the Mega Man games are at the moment. It's kind of like a 3 or 4 different collections. So that is definitely something I would love to see. Hold on. And with up-to-date GFX. Yeah, I know, but I'm not quite sure if that's ever gonna happen. I mean, they're not really known for making like remakes, I guess. I mean, they did one of the Metroid games as a remake, right? They did Return of Samus on the Game Boy Advance, and they kind of like made it with 3D graphics. Well, 2D side-scrolling, but with 3D character models would be a more accurate description. So that, I guess, is something that they did, but they don't really go for that, do they? Like Link's Awakening is kind of a good example, but it's a lot more recent. So, you know, if they're actually going to like pivoting to that direction, that's amazing. There's like a lot of old Nintendo games that are amazing and should be remade with more recent like graphics. Like the old Fire Emblem games, for one. I would love to see them in what's it called? Three Houses. It's like the most recent one. I would like to see those in the like the Three Houses engine. That would be great. Or maybe a few of the older Mario games, like Sunshine, maybe, or Mario 64 with using the Odyssey engine. That would be great as well. I mean, they can even like do that. They just like, get their Switch engines and just try and like port everything to run on those engines, and they would sell like hotcakes. But I don't know if they actually do that at all. Like I said, mostly the only 2 examples that I can think of is Return of Samus and Link's Awakening on the Switch. I mean, there's probably like 1 or 2 more maybe, but I just can't remember of any at the moment. Like the Metroid Prime series, if they did that in like the Unreal Engine, that would be also kind of cool to see. Although, to be honest, I don't really mind these graphics as they are at the moment, even though I am running them at twice the resolution that they're supposed to natively run, thanks to the emulator. But that's just mostly because I'm also playing it on a screen that's a lot larger than what I was supposed to be running it on. So it's easier for me to see. Whoa, energy controller. Holy crap. Wait a minute. What am I? Oh, I see. Hey, and Gunnar, hi! How are we doing tonight? Kind of heard like someone's in a quarantine at the moment. Welcome, I am Aisha, Sentinel of the Agon Temple. This message survives my death as guidance to one who would fight the Ing. Let's see. A portal to dark ether lies nearby. With it, you can travel to this land's shadow. You must locate the Dark Temple, a twisted mockery of this sacred place. Inside you will find the energy controller you seek. Well, I hope you're keeping safe regardless. And, well, try to, stay safe. So, how's isolation been treating you? Gives like a lot of time to play games and stuff, right? Temple door is held fast by 3 locks. The keys for the locks are hidden throughout the dark land. Your search will be difficult. Even the very air of dark ether is dangerous and can cripple the strongest of warriors. May the light, blah blah blah. In our past struggles with the Ing, we placed a series of light crystals throughout the world. They remain today. These crystals create safe areas that will protect you from the harmful atmosphere of the dark world. Ate all my snacks already? I mean, you could order for more. Wink wink. I have updated your translator module. You can access devices and doors coded with amber holograms. More lands are open to explore. May the light, blah blah blah. Now you want snacks? Yeah, I've kind of like put on weight myself, so I kind of really need to be careful now. Next few days especially. Because while I have not been asked to work from home yet, everyone's been saying that it's kind of going to be inevitable in the next week or so. So if that does end up being the case, I really need to be careful. I don't have a lot of snacks generally, but I can also cook a few from pantry items. So I kind of might get the temptation to go make cupcakes, for example, or something like that. Even though that would be colossally stupid. Wait, what? How come these things keep appearing all the time? Like, who goes... How fast can they make a nest? Snacks. They're so unprepared. Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know if you've heard healthy snacks. Snacks! Snacks for the snack gods. I don't know if you've heard, but there's like out of 80 something people where we work, around 40 of them at the moment are being told to stay home. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit slow to get everyone like working access at the moment. I'm sorry for talking about work though, everyone, but haven't talked with him on Gunnar for like a few days, so for those of you that don't know, he's a co-worker, so yeah, I'm just like digging deep to get more viewers. So I'm kind of backtracking here because there's a couple of these that I want to scan before I forget them. Let's see. Ether was a fertile, aged world with bountiful fields and oceans. The native creatures were gentle compared to other worlds we had encountered. We settled in a mountain region at first, in cliffside dwellings. In time, we established settlements in the green forest of Torvus and the fertile plains of Agon. A great temple was built between our three domains, a place of peace and monument to our accomplishments. It was a time of harmony for our people. Let's see how it goes the next few days. Yeah, I know. I mean, again, keeping safe is probably like the number one priority here. Everything else can more or less go fuck itself. Pardon the French. Let's see, I'm not actually going back to temple grounds because I am going to be returning there eventually. So there's no particular point in, rushing to get there. Fuck my life. Don't make me read those things out loud. Come on. Hi, Tuma. How's it going? How are we doing tonight? Also, why the fuck your life thing? Kind of hoping everything's okay, considering all things. I mean, one thing's for sure though. This goes more to on Gunnar. It's gonna be a hell of a lot more quiet at work for the next 2 weeks. It's like half the people at home working. Your non-fever cough is almost done now. Well, I mean, you had that a lot earlier than the coronavirus thing, so I guess that's kind of more safe-ish. Had it for a week, yeah. Well, at least that's out of the way almost. Kind of hoping nothing else important has happened. Or dangerous even. I don't know. Okay, I think... No, not this way. Keep forgetting, damn it. I think we need to go through here. There's an amber hologram door somewhere around here. People panicking. Yeah, I know. People have been panicking a lot here as well. Although, as far as I understand it, Cyprus has had it quite good compared to other countries. Just because of the population being a bit smaller on average. But we did also get the thing where everyone went and cleaned out toilet paper and stuff like that with no good reason. Use a glorious bidet. I didn't need to know that, but thank you. Should I really be thinking about how you clean your bum? I don't want to think about it. Stop! Nah, I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not going to think about it. Still, oh, hey, Cloud, welcome back. I thought you had gone already. Yeah, I mean, I get that people get panicky and they don't really, it's kind of like a gag reflex kind of thing. It's kind of like a visceral response, if you want to call it that. So I kind of sort of get that, but kind of wish that people could, maybe think a bit why they're doing what they're doing. I mean, I've never used the bidet and I'm not used to that, so who knows, I guess. Hey, Enzo DSFX. Wow, and also Pythonigus. Hey, Pythonigus. Hi. It's like long time no see in this channel. Actually, I'm so glad right now. Did I play AM2R? That's the fan-made remake of Metroid Prime 2, right? Wasn't it the one that Nintendo shut down? If I'm not mistaken. If that's the one, then unfortunately I haven't played it. So we haven't come through here. Kind of just realized. Working in retail is magical at this point for the question was. Oof. I am very sorry to hear that, Pythonicus. Also, yeah, speaking of which, I should have done this like a while ago. Go check out Manaway. Go check out Pythonicus. I've got like a... Go check out Cloud Valentino again. I've got a lot of good things to say about these three people. Although I'm very embarrassed to say that I haven't caught any of their streams recently. Mostly due to all the silliness that is going on around. But yeah, you should go follow them. Great streamers. I kind of want to go get that. Gimme. Can I just get in? Ah! Haha! I mean, they do say that anything that's kind of alcohol-based and over 65% alcohol content is supposed to kind of like sanitize your hands, but yeah, people are definitely overreacting. Like, the worst thing is that when they go and buy face masks, even though they're not supposed to actually, you know, protect you from it, they're more to... Like, the general advisory is that they're supposed to be for people that already have, like, they're already carriers, for them to stop spreading it further. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, honestly, I can see why people like immediately go into this hoarding reaction. Just because, like, let's face it, for like a lot of them, they've never been to this situation before of having to like go through a quarantine. So immediately they panic. They kind of like let themselves be what's it called? They actually let themselves be... I don't want to say manipulated, but they kind of get swayed by all the, you know... I kind of don't want to use like very, very strong words like fear-mongering, but that's kind of what it is, isn't it? The main energy controller was built in the Great Temple. 3 sub-controllers were built in the temples of Torvus, Agon, and Sanctuary. They collected the energy of Ether and then radiated it over the world to all who needed it. In time, we came to call this precious energy the Light of Ether. It brought an age of peace and prosperity to the Luminoth. Pretty much, yeah. But again, I like, for those of you that know me, I don't really want to use like very strong words if I can help it. But that's kind of what it is. Like, there's a lot of people that definitely want to, you know, get others worried for whatever reason, and for a lot of people, this is probably their first ever time that they've had to be quarantined, or that like general advisories have to be followed to the letter. So I can kind of understand that some of them might, you know, out of not knowing or out of being scared, will think that a good option is to, you know, hoard stuff. But again, I would kind of like wish if people just like take a minute and think what they're doing and why they're doing it. Like, markets aren't going to be closed, right? And no, actually, I think I missed something here. Like that thing over there. All you need is lube. Ooh, I don't want to pursue this line of thought anymore. But yeah, again, everyone keep safe. By the way, was it like Enzo DSFX? I think you were asking about AM2R, and I'm still kind of curious. Is that the unofficial Metroid 2 remake? Because I haven't. I think that person just left the chat. Oh well. But I did just like ask if anyone else knows. I'm still kind of curious if AM2R is that the unofficial Metroid 2 remake that Nintendo banned or kind of like sued at some point. Because I've actually heard a lot of people mention it at some point. I think it was like a hit by hit by a cease and desist. I can't speak English. I remember hearing about that around the time that Samus Return was released on the 3DS, I think. So, yeah, thank you, Pythonicus. Thanks a lot. Sadly, I never did get the chance to play that. Or, to be honest, for that matter, the original Metroid 2, I've never played. Yay. Wait, hold on. This is like a spider track? No, never mind. It's like an elevator. I think you still do get the spider ball in this game. Had on your PC. Long gone. Old PCs. Jerks. Wait, war wasps? Hate these things. Although I am a big Metroid fan, I am kind of ashamed to say that I've never played the first 2 or 3 titles in the series. Like the first one I played was Super Metroid, and even then I didn't actually play it on the SNES because those things were surprisingly hard to find around here, and they were also expensive AF. So everyone I knew kind of had like a Sega system instead. Our neighbors had like a Master System, and then eventually we went out and got a Mega Drive, or as like Americans might know it, a Genesis. So, wait, what? Ooh, shiny. So yeah, that's why I actually played on an emulator like years later. But yeah, Super Metroid was the first one that I played. And then I guess the series died for 5 or 6 or something years before the Prime games kind of appeared out of the blue and everyone fell in love with them. Okay. We always begin on the Sega things. I mean, probably. Like I do know a lot of people that had an NES here, right? But the thing is that at least I don't know. Maybe it's kind of like a regional thing. The authorized resellers around here were few and far between, and now, this is just kind of like conjunction on my part, but I think we also didn't get a lot of units overall, what with being a small island and all that. So there were like few units, they were very pricey, and they were also very hard to find, aside from like major retailers, of which we had very few, because we weren't very big on consumer electronics generally. So that might probably be it. Or maybe like Nintendo not bothering getting a representative around here. Yeah, I guess like the overall European thing was probably more leaning on Sega as well. I wonder if the gaming historian would ever do like a video on that. I kind of like that guy. His video on Tetris specifically, and the Tetris story, is kind of like very good. Hey, and I'm gonna have a very pleasant evening, and thanks for dropping by. But yeah, I'm kind of wondering if he would ever do something on the differences between the EU and US regions on games and platform support and stuff like that. So we are on Dark Ether. Dark Ether is kind of a annoying thing. Yep. As the guy in the temple mentioned, the atmosphere here is toxic. So we can only function properly when we are in these light bubbles. It's like the glowing safe zones that the tooltip is talking about. What basically happens is we kind of need to navigate the rooms from light bubble to light bubble as fast as possible. Specifically these crystals here. Let's see. You also kind of need to shoot them to activate them. And the thing is that later on we get weapons that can supercharge them. Is Prime to the one with ammo's a thing? Yes, ammo was a thing, but only for the light and dark beams, as far as I remember. Although, like I said, I haven't played this for like ages, so I'm not 100% sure if this is the case here. So, by the way, if you've noticed the second outline of the door opening as well, that means that the door back on like the light world also activated. So, actually, I don't think the portal is active anymore, so I have to go the long way around. But when we return to this room later on, we can still find that door has now been unlocked. Uh-oh. Wait, what? It's like ice? Can I? Ah! Come on. No, log on. Damn it. Inglet. Kind of like a piglet, but more annoying. So yeah, you basically had like for light and dark ammo, light and dark beams, you had like ammo counters. I think they appear on the left-hand side of the screen, like where where the missiles are behind the text is like the missiles, or the challenger thing for 5k. I don't know. Like I just like use the preset recommended tiers. I guess you can like tell me to play a game if you want to, like a specific game or like do a specific challenge. Although that hasn't particularly worked out well for me. Ow. Okay, 2 liters of coffee. Yeah, how about nothing that will cause me like bodily distress further down the line? 2 liters of coffee sounds like something that would play hell with my digestion. And also probably give me a run for my money. It's like typical morning to you? Oof, that's a lot. But yeah, I would probably not do any coffee-based challenges. It'd probably be like more like give me a game that you want me to try kind of thing. I've actually been meaning to look into those and maybe think of a few more interesting ones. But yeah, you know, I would love if anyone had ideas about those, because I sure as hell don't. Okay, so we're not going that way because we don't have the dark beam. I guess we're going to the portal. I guess I would probably be that way. No, I wouldn't be that way because I think the game wants me to follow the... There we go. What kind of game you want to play? Yeah. How about one that won't get me banned on Twitch as well? Please. Uh-oh. It's an ink! Warrior ink! I like their animations though, like this inky puddle kind of thing that they used to move around is quite interesting. Even though I think you can actually take them out of it. Ooh, where is it? There we go. You can actually take them out of it when you get the light beam, because they're supposed to be weak to that. You dead. I could really use that light beam at some point. This game becomes surprisingly easier once you get the light and dark beams, because in other news, Discord is dead. Really? Let me just like check. Oh, so it is. 5 other servers unavailable due to a temporary outage, including mine. Cool. Well, I guess I guess Discord is dead. Let's see, what's the outage, by the way? Team is aware of connection issues. Oh, yeah. They had like a tweet an hour ago about increasing their server capacities. Your server died as well. Too bad I ain't there. Well, no one invited me to there, so it's not my fault. I mean, unless it's one of those weird, like, well. I want to self-promo. I mean, if you ask, then that's fine. So go filled with weird things. Yeah, I mean, so long as there's like a disclaimer of that, then knock yourself out. Like as long as people know what they're getting into. Also, kudos to Pythonicus for getting in the Deadly Premonition reference, I guess. Is it like a reference? I guess it qualifies as one. Zach. I never actually finished that. It's like so buggy. Yeah, I just can't get it to run properly, you know. I've tried both the PS3 version and the Steam version, and neither of them work as well as they should. I believe I actually tried to stream the PS3 version once, and for some reason the video capture was what's it called? The video capture was lagging out, I think. Like I think some of the people were there at the moment and can correct me on that. But it had like this weird audio syncing issues as well, so I stopped streaming it, and then I couldn't even get it to run anymore. The Switch version is the one that works best, really? Ah, okay. Whoa, jump guardian. Double jump! Yay! Sub guardians. If only it were that easy on Twitch. Where is it? Where is it? That way? No. Hi. I mean, if the Switch version ever goes on sale, I will definitely consider buying it just for, you know, streaming it, because I have heard that it's a very offbeat kind of game, but in a very charming way. So I would love to, you know, get a first look on stream. I think also Venom tried to stream it at one point. It wasn't working up until a certain point. But he was also trying to do the Steam version, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, come on. Uh-oh. God damn it. Ah! Annoying boss is annoying. Just die, you. Ah! Jerk. Yay. Jump, get. I also like how they changed the icons for the upgrades this game. This one actually makes sense. It kind of like visually looks like a double jump. Or like a jump boost or whatever it's called in this game. I mean, look at it. I think in the first one it was kind of like a canister or something. Space jump boots acquired. Double jump ability. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, we now have basic mobility, thankfully. Okay, it's like a missile door there. What's the green one again? Yeah, I don't remember. It's like a blue one down here too. What? There? Oh, okay. Wait, this goes to the temple, right? So... Now, I don't actually remember if this is the case, but I think that late in the game you get a suit that allows you to bypass or like not take damage from the dark ether atmosphere. But again, I'm not 100% sure on that. Also, it's like the green one over there. It's not gonna open, is it? Nope. It's like a bounce off. Like so. Oh, whoa, whoa. Jeez. Yep, bounced off. I think we need to go this way. Hmm. Oh wait, is this the temple? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Go back. Go back. Safe. I think we actually get our life. Yeah, we get our life regenerated in here, but it's slow. So let's just like go this way. Ah, Dark Temple key acquired. So we need to find 3 of these, right? To even manage to get into the temple. So, I want to say that the other sides aren't yet accessible to us. Yeah. But yeah, I think this is where we need to bring all 3 of the keys. Back we go. Made it. I guess we need to go through here now. Uh-oh. Well, that was a bit tricky, wasn't it? Kind of want to wait to regenerate my health in one of these, but I also don't want to really, wait a whole bunch. but I'm at like 40 health, so maybe I should like stop playing a hero here. It's like health there. There we go. So let's see. I'm not actually sure. Now I think we can get up there with the double jump now. It's like the got that force damage. Yeah. And it's kind of like a thing with you know, whenever they do this whole like light world, dark world thing, it's like, how can we show that this is kind of like the evil version of this world? And it's like, ha, yeah, just like cause damage to the player when they're navigating. It's like you'd think we would get the hint just from, you know, the world looking like this. But nope, gotta reinforce it with more damage. There's like some platformers that also do a kind of thing like this. Wait, music? Oh no, Space Pirates. There we go. Jesus. There's like a lot of platformers that also do that. It's like wherever you're in the dark world, suddenly everything has spikes on it and everything kills you in one hit. It's like, okay, I get it. I can take a hint. You don't have to be so weird about it. Okay, so this unlocks... this unlocks a shortcut back to the save point, right? I kind of need the boost ball for this room specifically and to get up there, but I guess I should go save. Probably a good idea at the time. Looks like we made it. And now that we have the double jump, so yeah, if you notice, Prime 2 does the exact same thing that 1 did with all the backtracking, but they are slightly more crafty about it because they don't actually have you like have to go across entire zones to get progress. It's like something I started talking about a bit earlier, but you know me. I kind of start something and then cut it halfway through and then just like remember it an hour later. And I'm very sorry about that. I'm not doing it on purpose. But you know, they Prime did that thing where you kind of have to go through entire areas to progress through the game. Like you have like a lot of backtracking to do. For example, one of the earlier upgrades that you get is the double jump, and to get that you have to go to Talon Overworld and then go get the, I think it's like the bomb upgrade from was it like the Chozo temple grounds, I think. And then you have to go back to Talon via a different route to get the double jump. And then you have to use that to get to Vendrana Drifts. Or sorry, to Magmur Caverns. No, hold on. No. Because You need to get the... Never mind. You need to get the Varia suit before you do that. But it's kind of like a constant back and forth. It's like go to Fendrana and then go back to Magmurth, go to Talon, then go back to Fendrana, and it's like go back and forth and back and forth. And I guess I can understand why they did it, because there's like only so much space you can use on a GameCube disc, kind of like mini DVDs. In that they only have like a 1.3 or 1.4 gigabyte capacity, like very, very small ones. Yeah, I mean, it's Metroidvanias in general, but if you think like a typical Metroidvania, it has a lot more areas. Like, Metroid Prime 1 had Fendrana Drifts, Magmur Caverns, Talon Overworld, and Temple Grounds. And that's it, like 4 areas. And because, they had to, make the game last a bit. Okay, it's also like the crater, but that doesn't really count because that's basically 5 rooms before the end of the game. But in order to make that kind of stretched out a little bit, they had to make you go back and forth a whole bunch. I didn't mind that, to be honest. Even with all the back and forth, the game only lasts like 10 to 12 hours if you're trying to get as many collectibles as you can. But it did make it a bit annoying to keep rotating through the same environment 3 or 4 times. And unfortunately, Prime 2 also does that, but they've been a lot more clever in that they don't actually require you to go back and forth between large zones, but they just like make little circuits within the same zone. Like the whole light and dark thing kind of does that, I guess. Kind of facilitates it, is the correct word. So, it's one of those things that I did say at the start, like they refined over the first one. Which is kind of cool. I mean, yeah, I don't really have a point there or anything. I just think it's kind of cool. The Starsborn's terror burned through the heavens and struck Ether with an untold might. We all expected the world to shatter, but Ether held. There was great devastation, however. The green plains of Agon were scorched forever, and the forest of Torvus was engulfed and racked by the sea. The skies burned for days, casting darkness over the land. Ooh. Wait, why can't I scan it again? Sign gate control malfunction. Whoops. One more in the endless list of mechanisms we have broken in games in order to progress. Aren't we like jerks? Like, just for once, I want to play a game where the protagonist kind of leaves things in a better state than they found them. Oh, come on! I hate this space pirate theme. I've got so many negative associations from the first one. Discord is reviving slowly. Oh yeah, I kind of like started saying about that. See, another thing that I interrupted myself on. This is Fuzz Zone, right? Fuzz Zone energy. Handle with caution. I think the whole like Discord thing kind of came because they were trying to up their capacity. Because they were saying they were going to give like higher server capacity and server loads in order for like the people that are at home due to the coronavirus to be able to communicate better with one another. But I guess if they had kind of like a weird hiccup there, that's understandable. Oh, come on, more space freaking pirates. Damn it. Shrike, class assault skiff. Yeah. You know, like the worst thing was those armored pirates from the first one, where you had to swap around your weapons in order to damage them. It was such a pain, especially when the game was kind of being clever and wanted to up the difficulty just a little bit more. So it kind of like mixed and matched the spawn types. Especially the last fight, the fight with Metroid Prime was so annoying. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Are they dead? Freaking finally. Nope. Okay, again, this needs a spider ball. I still need to hit to Dark Ether to get the other two keys, so I assume this is probably as far as we get at the moment. Oh, never mind. There's like a... Ah. Like this? Mm-hmm. Cool. Haha, it's a stealth game now. Metal Gear! This was like very cool back in the day. Not a lot of games did this whole thing where you could see kind of like different action happening in the foreground while you were trying to navigate in the background. I guess like oddly enough, Metal Gear also kind of did something like that. Metal Gear Solid, I think, did something like that. In the bit, like in the hangar where you're trying to like sneak around and you kind of see them trying to load stuff on like the bottom tier. Or am I misremembering things? Die, 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 die. Oh, YouTube. Ah! I wonder if this is the point where we go on Dark Ether to get the Dark Beam. This is like the third Dark Door that I find. So I'm not actually sure if... this is the bit where we like get locked in here until we get the actual Dark Beam. Just like scanning here left and right. I think that again, like the first game, scans. Wait, what? It's like enemies? I can kind of like hear enemies. What? Like the first Metroid Prime, it doesn't really matter if you get all the scans. Although I'm not 100% sure what they unlock in this game, but I'm almost certain that it's gonna be, artwork again and concept art. and stuff like that, galleries or whatever. Because what actually matters in Prime 1 and 2 is how many items you got, how many, you know, energy tanks and missile upgrades and so on and so forth. It's like the light beam. Oh, god damn it. You. Again. It's like one more. Nope. Huh. Cool. No. Hold on. Someone else is firing at me. Oh, from in there. Okay. Can actually... I can't actually get in there, I think, but I can probably like break the glass. Also, it doesn't seem like I have to, since we can scan mostly anything from here. Oh no! Who is this? Who could this be? I don't know. She seems kind of familiar. Hmm. Oh, we do end up getting in here. Blast door control security bypassed. Mm-hmm. Oh my. So I'm not actually sure. Wasn't I supposed to go into the the dark portal from this room? Question mark. Oh yeah, this needs the light beam to. Yep. Unique energy required for door access. Oh, energized door with dark. Okay. So I guess we do at some point need to go into the dark world and get the beam. Probably. It's like anything else to scan. Oh, nope. Wait, have I scanned this? Nope. Humility class turret, really? Humility? Well, doesn't sound like a very humble person that named these. Yeah. That's the... Oh, Metroids? Metroid's here? Metal Gear. That sounds like the very definition of being humble. Wait, also that jerk's on the skiff and firing at me? What? No, it's like a different jerk. Elevator systems online. Gonna bounce? Well, don't bounce too far. Have a very pleasant evening, too, and thanks for sticking around. Good night. Or good day, good week. Good stuff. Hate this music. Oh shit. This is like probably the thing that I wish they would change the most. Like specifically the space pirate theme is so infuriating to me. Because of all, you know, the backtracking that I did in Prime 1 to get all the upgrades. Because like I said, you kind of had this thing where... what's it called? you were backtracking a whole bunch all the time. So you would have to go through specific parts a whole lot of times. Like there's like the Omega research base or whatever it was called. It's kind of in the middle of Fendrana. So if you want to access the second half of it, you kind of have to go through it or go do a different platforming section that's a lot more annoying to do. So yeah, you basically had to choose, just like go do a bunch of fights over and over and over again through the research base. Oh shit. Or just like try and do a whole other bunch of annoying things with platforming. And it was so very annoying, especially if like me, you kind of wanted to go explore everything as soon as you got one new upgrade, because that kind of meant that you had to go through that place 3, 4, 5 times when you got like the ice beam, or when you got the plasma beam, or when you got the power bombs, and so on and so forth. On the plus side, I kept collecting everything in order, but on the other hand, it was also extremely annoying to have to fight all of these like a million times. Ah! God damn it. Oh, hey, I remember this room. It's gonna be like stacking towers or something, I think. Yep. It's gonna be like stacking towers. I remember you had to adjust the height for 3 different yep. See? It's like this is like the down arrow. It's like the up arrow for like raising the 3 platforms in the middle. I think my objective is to try and go. Hold on. It's like a spider track, right? Yeah. I think my objective is to go up there for the health, and then up there. Yeah, it's like up there to continue. It's gonna be another morph ball thing. Although I'm not actually sure that I can get the health upgrade yet. I think you kind of needed the magnetic the spider ball to be able to access that side. Because like one of the new one of the new abilities that they put in this game is that you can now launch yourself off of a spider bomb. Yeah, that's actually, I think that's actually from a different game. I think I may be thinking of the spider bombs from Invisible War, to be honest. But yeah, in this game, the spider tracks, you can kind of like launch yourself off of them. Let's see, I'll like lower this one as well. And this one. And we need to do 2 on this side. Bombing people with spiders. Ugh. I'm not a very big fan of bugs, to be honest, so I'd rather not imagine that. Let's see, can I actually make it? That would be kind of cool. Hey, yep. Hey, I can actually make it. Now let's see. I have to like do it the other way around, right? Like, I'm pretty sure there's also because I can see the spider tracks up there. There's also going to be that annoying thing where you launch yourself off of the spider tracks and have to just like jump across from track to track. Okay, one more. Second one stays the same, and we need to raise this one by 2. 1, 2. Aha! Solved. More space pirates? No! You have solved the puzzle. Your reward. More useless fighting. That's it. I'm playing Mario Sunshine next time. Yep. Hold on. I'm pretty sure there's like a missile upgrade somewhere around here. Yep. No! Curses. Nope. Stay down. I guess there wasn't. Yeah, unfortunately I haven't played Prime 2 as nearly as much as I did the first one. So, you know, it's understandable. A few things I don't really remember all that well. So, by the way, tomorrow I am off work. I kind of had a thing to do. That thing ended up not happening. So I decided to keep the day off anyway, since I had already requested it and got it approved. So I might actually stream a bit of this tomorrow as well. Oh, more of the humble turrets. Huh. This doesn't look like a bundle to me. Brainstone, really? Aha. Yeah, this is like a portal room, right? Yep. Huh? Oh, this is the other side of the... Oh, shit, no! Why did she drop down? There's like things that I wanted to explore up there. Damn it, Samus. Or because she wanted to do like a badass thing. Yeah, Dark Samus. So this is kind of like a thing that happens at the end of the first Metroid Prime. I always remember these fights were a lot more annoying to do, but also a lot cooler as well. But this is actually supposed to be like very easy in comparison, because she gets like a lot more powerful by the end of the game. I remember the first time I played this, I was, I don't know, around like 15, 16 or something. And this thing scared the crap out of me. It's like so terrifying. But yeah, so the idea is that at the end of Metroid... Where is she? At the end of Metroid Prime 1, if you get 100% item completion, you get an extra scene at the end of the credits. Wait, what? No, she's invulnerable. What the hell? Why? How? Oh, I forgot to scan here, didn't I? Whoops. Dark Samus won. That kind of like gives you a hint about what's going to happen. So yeah, if you get 100% item completion at the end of Prime 1, no, she's not a clone, not exactly, at least. But yeah, if you get 100% item completion at the end of Metroid Prime 1, you get a bonus scene at the end of the game after the credits, where during the Prime fight at the end of Metroid Prime 1, you end up losing your Phazon suit. And if you get 100% item completion, it turns out that the Phazon suit has kind of like mutated into a Samus clone, I guess. Am I supposed to be doing anything to this? Or just like wait until it gets bored and leaves? But yeah, you kind of like the Phazon suit gets blown off of you, and it's supposed to have, I don't know, gained sentience or something like that. So this is basically the result, but you can only see it if you have like 100% item completion at the end of the game, of the previous game. Otherwise, you just get like the distraction of Metroid Prime and Samus escaping on her ship, and that's about it. Come on. How am I going to deal with this? I have no idea. Like, I'm not actually sure if there is anything I can do. I know she's yeah, she's at 50%. She does the like this shield thing, and she becomes immune to damage. I don't know if I'm supposed to like survive for a certain amount of time or get hit. Oh no, hold on. She's actually she actually is taking some damage. Like very, very small amounts of damage. See? But I need to be very close for the charge beam to connect. Otherwise she just like teleports out of the way. This, by the way, was so cool back in the day. The whole, like, shattering thing. Can I at least get a cool upgrade out of it? I think I get the dark beam here. Probably. Or not. Oh well, I guess not. A new research entry, element Phazon. So yeah, this is the toxic substance from the previous game, and that's what Dark Samus is kind of made of. Because at like the 90% point of Metroid Prime 1, you get the Phazon suit, which is supposed to be able to help you survive while being exposed to Phazon, which is kind of like toxic otherwise. It's kind of like this weird purple brownish goop, that whenever you touch, you take damage. But with the Fast Zone suit, you kind of become immune to it. And right at the end of the game, also Dark Beam, see, I remember. At the end of the game, after you kill the Prime, the Metroid Prime, it kind of like explodes off of you, and you go back to, you know, like the regular Varia suit, or like Gravity suit, I guess. So at that point, you kind of leave it behind. And like the idea is that if you get 100, like I said, if you get like 100% item completion, you get a bonus scene at the ending where you see the Fast Zone suit hand kind of like coming out of the Prime's corpse, which I guess is supposed to hint that the suit itself has kind of like mutated into something new, I guess. Main reactor. So through here we need the light beam, and that's like a lot later in the game. Agon Temple. Let's see. Through here is the save station. We still can't open the green doors yet because we need the combination beam, I think. I don't remember what it's called. There's like a light beam, a dark beam, and then it's like the combo beam that's both of them at once, like the pure energy beam or something. So I guess we're coming this way now. Huh. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we've been online for around 3 hours. I think it's probably time to call it for tonight. Come on. I'm just like going to go save. Uh-oh. Nope. 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 I don't want to fight the humble things. Yeah, I'm just like going to save for now and call it. I am going to try to stream tomorrow morning, but even if I don't, I'm certainly going to stream in the afternoon, since I won't have any excuse because I will be well rested. I might just like take it easy in the morning and just, you know, play some Stardew Valley off stream, just, you know, relax a little bit. In the meantime, let's go find someone to raid. Since we've got a few people in chat. But who will we raid? Nom nom nom. Raiken? Okay. He's doing Observer today. That's interesting. And that's haven't played that, so I'm probably not gonna stick around because I'm still like interested in seeing that. But yeah, let's do that. Let's go watch Raiken play Observer. As for me, I will see everyone around tomorrow, hopefully with more Metroid Prime 2. Hopefully. I've kind of like learned to not over promise my streams anymore, and then just like go silent for 2 weeks. But yeah, have a very pleasant evening, everyone. I will see you around tomorrow, hopefully. Good night.